Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a ton of new stuff to go over. New events have been announced. We have the full Q&A to take a look at that the leaker has basically done on Reddit about the Nintendo Switch 2. As well as that, we have some new Legends EA rumors that report on a trailer next week on the 2nd of January. There's a lot of things to break down today, so if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's go over a quick event for Pokemon Go. We have Cerebi here tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, the Pokemon Go Fido Fetch event has been announced. This runs from the 3rd of January to the 7th of January 2025. It adds Fido into the game. So let's take a look on the actual Pokemon Go website. A little bit more information about this event. So obviously takes place from the 3rd of January to the 7th of January. And also the event bonuses increased chance to encounter shiny Voltorb and shiny Electrike. We have global challenges as well. So the level 1 reward is 2 times XP for catching Pokemon. The level 2 reward is 2 times Stardust for catching Pokemon. An additional event-themed field research task will be available. And the puppy Pokemon Fido and its Evolution Dash Bun will make their Pokemon Go debuts. Kind of funny if we didn't get past the level 1 reward though, and then it just doesn't come into the game. Level 3 rewards is 2.5 times XP for catching Pokemon. Additional event-themed field research tasks will be available. An additional Pokemon will appear in the wild. Hisuian Growlithe and also Greavard as well, both of which can apparently be shiny. And the level 4 reward is going to be 2.5 times Stardust for catching Pokemon. Level 5 rewards are going to be 3 times XP, 3 times Stardust. Level 6 rewards are going to be 4 times XP and 4 times Stardust. And then also wild encounters that are boosted are going to be Growlithe, Voltorb, Snubbull, Poochyena, Electrike, and Lillipup. And then also field research tasks, showcases, all that stuff. So it actually is a good event. You know, Pokemon Go have been kind of taking L's left, right, and center, really. So it's to actually see a pretty decent free event as well is quite a nice change of pace because, like I say, this game is monetized to the ground right now. So yeah, something like this is quite nice. But either way, that's the Fido event for Pokemon Go. Moving on, we have the big old Q&A to take a look at. Again, we've reported on a couple of these things, but not all of it, from the leaker on Reddit, and basically all the information that they've kind of given about the Switch 2. And like, this is taken from the actual Redditor themselves that leaked everything, which again isn't confirmed yet, but it's very, very likely to be real. So we have Cabby here saying the Q&A of the Nintendo Switch 2 courtesy of Reddit Switch 2 and user Next Handheld, who allegedly sent proof about having access to the final Switch 2 console to the Reddit mod. So we'll quickly scan through these Q&A questions. Some of it we have already covered, some of it we haven't. So basically, starting things off, is it really called the Switch 2? Yep, it is officially called the Nintendo Switch 2, so don't be surprised when they announce this console that it is going to be called the Switch 2. We've kind of thought that it's going to be called that for a while now, but getting confirmation from this leaker is kind of nice. But I don't really know what else they would have called it. Like, the Switch 2 is just so simple, chronological, it makes sense. Much better than, I don't know, like the Switch Plus or whatever some people thought it was going to be called. What does the logo look like? So it's a giant 2 next to the original logo. So we're going to have like the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons, Nintendo Switch, and then a big old 2 next to it as well. Rumors with the system just started production. Is this true? It's further ahead than that. So it hasn't just started production. A lot of the leaks that we've covered are stating that, you know, the production has just started and it's not going to be ready by so-and-so. But no, the leaker says, don't worry, it's much further ahead than just started production. So that basically means that they have got a lot of consoles that are already made and stuff. How do you know it's the final retail model? It is the final retail model. So they haven't said how they know. They've just said, look, believe me, it is. You know, source me. Why can't you post proof until Christmas? Revealing proof now would make it too obvious who I am. So again, apparently they are revealing some information around, I don't know if it's going to be Christmas Day or what, or if it's going to be after Christmas, but I don't know what will change from the time that they kind of revealed this leak to Christmas. Like, maybe they're just changing job. I don't really know how it would change that much. I have no idea, but apparently we're getting more information about it around Christmas. When will it be revealed? I've heard January, possibly during a Nintendo meeting, but that isn't confirmed. So a Nintendo meeting, is that a direct? Is that going to be some sort of like different showcase? Who knows? What do you think the price will be? My best guess is $399 to $499. So the Switch 1 was, what, $300 I think? So it could be $100, $200 more than that. I think the sweet spot would be $400. I think an extra dollars for the Switch 2 would be, I think, more than acceptable. Do you know any launch titles? I don't know any launch titles, but there is a game-themed Switch of a game IP that hasn't had its own dedicated console yet. So, again, a lot of people are thinking that is Mario Kart, but, again, we'll have to wait and see. Can you confirm storage space / if the screen is OLED or LCD? The screen is LCD, so it's not OLED. I can't confirm the storage space as I didn't get to turn it on. And then did you see a camera on it? There was no camera on it, but for some reason the guy did suggest the top USB-C could be used for it, but I don't think there's any proof. So maybe they're going to be like, I don't know, extra things you can use for the Switch 2, which is like a microphone or something. Because obviously there's no like party chat or anything on the Switch. I don't know if they're going to include that on the Switch 2, but... Says how many USB ports are located on the dock. I was disappointed it's literally the same. 2 USB-A ports on the side, USB-C, HDMI, and Ethernet inside. So very, very similar to the Switch, like OLED and stuff like that. Does the system include a mic? I personally did not notice a mic. Actually, sorry, I'll look for it next time. So we might get more information about mic. Like I say, party chat isn't a thing on the Switch, so maybe they changed that up. How heavy is it? Is it still usable in handheld mode? It's much lighter than a Steam Deck. But about the same weight as the Switch OLED, so not much change in there in terms of weight. What does the dock look like? The dock has curved edges and back, and it doesn't cover the top of the screen. So again, we've already seen sort of, I guess, images of what that potentially might look like. Is there a click sound when attaching Joy-Cons like the original Switch? There's a physical magnetic click, but I don't know if there's a digital sound. So again, the magnetic stuff, we've already covered all that. Are the buttons similar to the original Switch? The buttons and sticks are slightly bigger, but similar in feel. What's different visually compared to the original Switch? The main visual differences are on the back, a new Joy-Con release button and a U-shaped kickstand. What is the color of the console and Joy-Cons? Dark gray all around, so it doesn't look like it's going to be like red and blue and stuff. Will systems have multiple SKUs at launch with different console colors then? I don't know about launch except that gray ones are being sent first. Not sure if white will be at launch or later or when the game themed one will. So gray is basically going to be definitely there at launch. White potentially, and then also potentially this themed one as well around, which could be Mario Kart. So yeah, it looks like everyone's going to have a grey Switch, or potentially a white Switch. There's not going to be like, I mean, I'm assuming they'll do Joy-Con colors later on down the line, but at the start it's just going to be grey or white. Will we have color options then for the main Switch unit color as opposed to the original always being black? Colorways go across the whole console, not just Joy-Cons. And then it says, what is USB-C for and how do Joy-Cons feel? They feel the same as the Switch ones, but they are surprisingly Hall effect and slightly bigger. Does it have new functionality besides a hardware upgrade? Yes, there are new features, especially in the Joy-Cons. Did you have a cartridge / will old Switch 1 cartridges fit? I didn't have a game cartridge, but it's the same physical slot as the previous Switch. I have heard that it won't physically fit into the Switch 1, however. Can you give details on the new Joy-Con features? The top side of the Joy-Con has a surprise feature and the magnets themselves are buttons. I've heard about a gimmick with the top of the Joy-Con thumbsticks. Is this true? There's a special orientation you can use the Joy-Cons that's unlike before. Not sure if that's what this refers to. And then does the dock have a fan? This is the right question. Note, OP could be hinting at performance increase that requires fan. So he said this is the right question. Does it have a fan? I think there's some more as well. Were you able to turn it on or play games? No, I didn't turn it on. However, I know of one game coming with a special edition Switch and the number 9 is in the title. So that's why we think it's going to be Mario Kart 9, obviously. Is the Switch 2 capable of 4K at 30 FPS when docked? I don't know about resolution or frame rate options. Obviously, they didn't turn it on. Are you excited about the Switch 2? I was more excited before seeing it, but I'm not disappointed. The weight and feel are much better than the Steam Deck. Does the new hardware feel underwhelming in hand or like a substantial upgrade? Personally, I love it. You get the size of the Steam Deck, but the slim and lightness of the Switch 1. You mentioned a PSP somewhere in the thread. Is this also true or were you joking? Not joking. So PSP also something that potentially happens. And then also the leaker just confirmed a few minutes ago that the 9 game will have a themed Switch 2 first party game. So yeah, so it's basically Mario Kart 9 is very likely to get its own themed sort of Switch. So those are all the basically questions that we've had from the leaker. Again, apparently they're going to drop some more information around Christmas. I don't know if that's going to be Christmas Day or the 26th or whatever. But either way, that's everything that I wanted to cover regarding that, because there's a little bits of new information there, including Switch 2 updates. So that's that. Moving on, we do have a new Legends EA rumor to go over. This was posted on Monday, and it says a ZA trailer next week, which is apparently going to be on the 2nd of January, which is just mad that it is January next week. But yeah, the 2nd of January is a Thursday, so it's next Thursday apparently when this trailer is going to drop. Now there has been rumors and stuff that we are going to get a trailer in January. I don't know. I feel like if we are going to get one, it's got to be relatively early, because obviously we're getting the trailer in February because of Pokemon Day. But 2nd of Jan, is that not just too close to New Year's? I don't know, maybe, but we'll have to wait and see. I assume people would still be off, but I don't really know the work schedules and stuff. But either way, apparently there's going to be a ZA trailer on the 2nd of January, which is going to be next week. The starters are going to be Snivy, Torchic, and Piplup, so already going against what we kind of expect the starters to be. Again, there's no confirmation that the Generation 6 starters are going to be the starters in Legends ZA. We just think that because of the Anaheim leaked Worlds image. That's the only thing we're really going off of. Again, I feel like if it is the Generation 6 starters, it will have a few implications to the game, because it probably is not going to be set that far in the past. If it is, it's more likely going to be set in the future. And obviously, it kind of guarantees they're going to get Mega Evolutions as well, because there's no way that they get the starter treatment again and do not get the gimmick that came out in their generation. But anyway, according to this, it's going to be Snivy, Torchic, and Piplup. Again, if it's not the Generation 6 starters, they're the ones that I'd expect to see maybe Scorbunny over Torchic. There's going to be a new gameplay mechanic also revealed, and it's called threading, which allows you to design your own clothes. Okay. I mean, again, Animal Crossing vibes from it, but I don't know if I'd like... I think that'd be a good feature. I don't know how they do it. But I mean, Generation 6 was, I guess, the biggest customizationable game. Not that we've had so far, but it obviously introduced it and stuff like that. So maybe being able to... I don't know, like, how you'd create your own stuff. Like, maybe if you change the colors, or maybe there's just certain things you can pick and choose. And then, like, maybe there's, like, sleeves that go with, like, jackets, and you can change colors, or you can change whatever. I don't really know. But either way, apparently that's... I mean, I like that. Do I like... I think it'd work. I don't know how, but I think it'd work. The feature isn't very well done, but the concept is cool, and I'm sure they'll improve on it in future games. So it'd be like a little bit of a, I guess, a practice round, and if it's really good and really well received, then they obviously add it into Generation 10. I think it'd be well received. I think it just has to work. And I think in a game like this, which does kind of break the norm and goes against what we're used to seeing, I think it is probably the perfect game to actually drop customizing your own clothes. I mean, it'd be awesome if you could customize your own clothes and then, like, put them online for people to, like, download, and then they can then use those, because there's so many talented people out there that create some really cool outfits. And also, Pokemon themselves just wouldn't have to do anything. You know, they create a few clothes, but they just let the community do it all, because they're probably going to come up with better things than Pokemon do. So yeah, for me, I feel like it's actually a good idea for Pokemon to do that. It says it's set 50 years in the past, so hence why the starters wouldn't be the Generation 6 starters. But that's also not very far in the past. Parents of the rivals are some of the main... I assume that's going to be characters. Yeah, characters. So we have, like, Serena's parents, maybe our parents or something. Because obviously our mum in the game is... especially she's like a Rhyhorn racer or something like that. So maybe we get more information about that. Some of the side quests include finding 4 Oddish in the first area. So I'd assume that'd be like one of the first main quests that you get that allows you to kind of explore the area whilst also doing this quest. Taking a photo of an Abra that keeps teleporting, which is kind of cool. I mean, I assume there would be some sort of... I mean, first-person mode is in Pokemon Legends ZA, so I assume it is in Pokemon Legends Arceus, so I'd assume it'd be in Legends ZA as well. So maybe there's also a camera kind of function in this game too. And you have to take a photo of it before it kind of teleports away, which is kind of a cool sort of quest line, I guess. And also helping a man and his Machop move rocks. So that's kind of giving me a throwback to Vermilion City. But either way, the game will be released in June, and the early purchase bonus is Hooper. I mean, mythical Pokemon are not strangers to the early purchase bonuses now. We obviously got Manaphy recently. I think we had another one as well. Over 85 side quests are going to be in the game, 13 Mega Evolutions, and 3 new forms. So that's all they really say. I mean, is this all isn't going to get shown in this trailer next week, apparently. Like, surely not. Like, they're not going to show 13 new Megas, but I think that's just more I think the first line is what we're going to see in the trailer. So this new like character customizational thing, the starters, yada yada yada. And then the second line is just more about the actual game itself. So like the side quests, the megas, the forms, stuff like that. I don't know. I don't really believe it. I like the idea of character customization, especially if there was like an online feature. I think that'd be really, really cool. It's not going to happen, but yeah, that'd be sound. But either way, let me know your thoughts on this rumor. I'm going to call it fake. It's also really badly like written as well. Like it's just literally one long kind of sentence. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on that. And also, let me know your thoughts on the Switch 2 stuff as well. Do you think they're going to drop any more information around Christmas, or do you think that's just going to be it? Either way, we should get the announcement of it relatively soon. And then also, make sure to do the Fido event if you want to get that in Pokemon Go. But that's everything from me. If you enjoyed, drop a like. Let's try and hit 500. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.